Tom's clearly won.
Right.
That we can't dispute. The question becomes, it goes back to the Peter King rumor on Matt Stafford. If they do that, then all of a sudden, I think Tampa and New England could look a lot like each other, which is not good enough to move through a Kansas City or a Green Bay on their side of the bracket, but really quality football team.
Well, it's a long play situation here for Belichick, right? Like, Brady is not going to play past next season, we're assuming, right? Like, we're watching the final years of Brady's career.
Yeah.
Belichick, not so much. But the difference is, as towards my gloating at the beginning of this story, the AFC East is a little bit different now. The Dolphins are a legitimate team. The Bills are very, very good, and they have their quarterback for the next 10 years.
Well,
now, I would like to wait and see what happens if their offensive coordinator leaves. I still think that Josh Allen is a great player, but that can change things.
Could I make an argument? The two best young coaches in football right now, Sean McDermott and Brian Flores, are certainly in the category. So that's now Belichick's new reality. Oh, wait, they have two in Josh Allen.
And, I don't trust anything that the Jets are going to do because they haven't earned that, but they're going to do something. So we don't know what they're going to be next year.
They have a capable general manager. I texted two different people yesterday and I said, thoughts about Joe Douglas. Both said the same thing.
Everyone loves him.
Absolutely knows what he's doing.
And they have a zillion picks.
Yep. Could get
so
more.
it's going to be interesting what the long term view of this divorce looks like, which may take another decade to find out. So the Falcons led the Bucs by as many as 17 points, but it was not enough to hold on to the win. And got to be honest with you, it didn't matter how many points Atlanta was up. We always knew that there was a chance that Bay was going to come back because it's Atlanta. Tampa scored on 5 straight possessions to start the second half to get a 31-27 victory over Atlanta. It was the Bucs' 9th win of the season and puts the team closer to their first playoff appearance since 2007. Tom Brady was 31-45, 390 yards and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. This is the third time that the Falcons have blown a significant lead this season. Obviously, the 20-point lead against the Cowboys and a 16-point lead against the Bears. And this is what Atlanta does.
So I was going to pick Atlanta and 5.5 this weekend, and I did not. But Goulet told me don't, because I don't want to deal with you on Monday when you lose the Falcons pick. So Atlanta is
I thought about that the whole game, because at halftime I was like, I wonder if Colin is watching this or seeing this score right now. Like, I knew to take Atlanta, and then at the end of it, I was like, it's. Of course.
I'm so bad with Atlanta. Not only do I lose when I have them, when I get talked out of it, they win. I'm on the wrong side of them every single time.
It didn't take a lot of effort. I just said, hey, you picked Atlanta, and you went, oh, that's right. And you took them out.
Well, no, I knew. I mean, it's my misery.
You did the right thing.
Ramen 4 straight nights in a row because of this team this year. Thank God I'm hot in December. I wouldn't be eating.
Finally, the Packers got the 24-16 win over the Panthers and improved to 11-3 on the season. They have a good hold on the 1 seed in the NFC, but Aaron Rodgers was still disappointed with how the offense played in the second half on Saturday.
We just haven't put together a 4-quarter game. We've had some really good stretches, I think, in that stretch, but just not 4 quarters of football way too many times. It is frustrating, but we're 11-3. We won the game. That's a good problem to have. We just know that type of football in the second half, not going to get it done in the playoffs.
He's right about that. They only had 49 yards of offense in the second half, but I don't think there's anything to panic about.
I don't know. I mean, listen, Kansas City and Green Bay, perhaps as the top 2 scoring teams, it is so effortless offensively. Not that they get bored, but it's hard to be urgent. It's like when the Jets beat the Rams, everybody's freaking out, and I'm like, this is not college. The Jets had come off a bad team off a horrible loss. The Rams, a good team off a win. And you're trying to convince all these LA players, oh, you better be ready to play. And they weren't for the first half. They just weren't ready to play.
And I say this all the time. Players don't tank.
That's right. Teams do. And when these guys are all. Remember, think how good Alabama's run has been for a decade.
The Jets would beat Alabama right now, today, after playing
50-0
yesterday, 50 easily.
So just think about this. Think how good Alabama is. 50% of their players don't play in the NFL, and of the ones that do, most are never great. Like, it's hard. How many great Alabama players in the NFL now? 6?
I mean, it's silly nonsense. There's no way. At the end of the day, the worst team in the NFL still has an entire team of NFL players. And they are all putting out tape for their next job or to keep the job that they currently have with the team they're already on. So players have no motivation to tank at all, period. They don't do that. Organizations, and sometimes, although I don't think that this coaches tank. That's just not the case. But I'm with you. I think it's when you're a team like the Chiefs or a team like Aaron Rodgers,
it's hard.
And the Packers, so you know how easily you can get it done.
Yeah. That
sometimes you do play like that. And that's his point. Like they want to just play all the way through.
They were
and have
great in the first half, abysmal in the second.
Going into the playoffs. They have the Titans and they're at the Bears to finish out the season. So they'll get an opportunity to do that.
The Titans game, we've been saying this for 2 months. The Green Bay Titans game, that's all I want to see. I know Green Bay is going to beat 90% of the league. The Titans are the kind of team that Green Bay struggles with. They're a physical team, point of attack.
It's going to be a great game.
It's good. That's my favorite game of the weekend. Joy with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
Coming up next, potentially in the history of the NFL, this is potentially the best team ever in league history that won't make the playoffs. That's coming up. If you are a business owner, you don't need to tell us that running a business in 2020 has been different. It's been challenging. There's been obstacles. It's been tough. Don't let QuickBooks and spreadsheets slow you down anymore. Time to upgrade to NetSuite. Stop paying for multiple systems that don't give you the information on a timely fashion that you need. You've simply outgrown the old software. Now's the time to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle, the world's #1 cloud business system. It gives you visibility and control over everything from e-commerce to HR to financials to inventory, everything. Over 24,000 companies have already signed up. Schedule your free product tour right now. netsuite.com/herd, HERD, netsuite.com/herd. Small company, big company, all have the same obstacles. NetSuite.